Episodic pivot is a method which requires research, and in order to do research, you need to find research sources which are reliable, easy to use, and preferably free. So, this one in this particular video, I'm going to show you if you have a Fidelity account. Fidelity has extremely good research and good information free for its customers, and you can use that to find information about earnings, and you can also use that information to research a stock. This is especially useful if you are looking for building a position for long term and you want to check everything for that particular company. So when you go to Fidelity and once you're logged into the account, you will see these tabs: accounts, trade, planning, news, research, investment products. Why Fidelity? Now in this particular case, you go to news and research and look for stocks. So you will see here news, wealth management, watch list, so stocks. And once you go to stocks, what you will come across is you'll come across this one page, and I'll increase the thing for you so that you can see it clearly. So when you come across this page, right, what you can do is go to here earnings, right, and you will see that companies which are announcing US announcement for April 13th, right, actual EPS, estimated EPS difference, and when is it coming in, it will all be there on this particular page, right? So that is another source where you can find companies which are announcing earnings. The other thing is when you go back to this page and when you look at this page, you can also find this tab called My Research, or for any stock. So let's look at like LNTH. There's a stock called LNTH which had a EPC here where like and it had earnings and then it went up. Now if you want to find out or research this particular stock, right? So LNTH, if you put in there and if you go here, what is going to happen is you're going to get a snapshot like this, which has all the information which you need in terms of it will have a chart, it will have detailed quote, it will have float, it will have shares which are short, how many shares are short, how many days to cover. So if you want to look at like an information like that, a complete profile of the company, what business it does, when is the upcoming event, when is the next earnings, or when is it going to announce earnings. And also if you go to this and do view all, then you will see all the information which is available to you. And in this you are going to see information like earnings. So you will see that what is the earnings growth rate, right? You are going to see dividend, fundamental analysis, technical events, everything which you want, social sentiment, research report. This is important. When you go to this research report, you have two research reports which are available here. So I'm going to open these link in new tabs so that you can see this research report, and both of these research reports are extremely useful because these reports are done by very reputable companies. So here you have a company research report highlights, and if you go to this particular report, you're going to find all the information which you need if you want to get into detailed analysis of a stock. And it will have fundamental information, it will have company research, it will tell you the competitors, it will tell you what other things you are looking for, and what is happening in terms of actual versus estimate. So last time it had like basically announced earnings which was better than what it was estimated to be actuals, and that's the estimate was here and actual. So did it beat earnings that you are going to find, right? And what is the projected earnings? This is the projected earnings by Star Mines, but this is the estimate. So this is the estimate, this is what Star Mine, which is a very reputable firm which projects earnings, is saying. So this is a stock which is likely to have a growth even next quarter, quick growth quarter, right? And then all the ratios, if you're looking for that kind of an information, revenue growth rate, so it's growing at 25.3% EPS growth rate, and the revenue percentage change for the last trailing months 37%, and that information compared to the industry will be also there. So this is one report which will be available to you, and this is free. This is absolutely free, especially when I want to build positions for a longer term accounts and all. then I do research using this kind of an information or report. The other report is going to be Compustat company research. Now, Compustat is one of the gold standards of research in the stock market. Their databases are supposed to be the best databases, and earlier, like, and many of you may not know this, but like if you still go to your local library, there'll be a Compustat research volumes which will be available. These are blue in color, and where you can research any stock. So this is LNTH, right? This kind of a research costs you a lot if you want to subscribe to. So, but it is available free if you're a Fidelity customer. So you can see price performance, EPS growth rate, you can see sales growth rate, you can see all the things. The important thing which I look for in this is, if you can see, if the revenue has increased, right here you will see that this company has been around for some time and the revenue has sharply shot up here. And if you see that kind of a revenue growth, typically the company's price can react to that kind of a revenue growth, and all the information will be available for a history of the company. You will have an information available. Now all the information here, if you want to get into details of balance sheet or look at like ratios like sales turnover, or if you want to look at what is the margin of the company, and you will see that profit loss, it may turned around, so it was loss making, it turned around. You will see gross margins, and all this information is absolutely free if you are Fidelity customer. I'll show you one more example of this on a stock which is really established kind of a stock. Supposing let's go and look at, say, something like Shopify. Then you can see why the stock made such a big move. And when you go and look at, like, say, the research here, you will see that so what you will see here is, see, this company started rapidly growing here, right? And the growth rate increased dramatically, and as a result the price increased, right? And the price went up, like, and I say, so revenue growth drives stock prices, right? And then it has gone down now, so you will see price to earning. But since it started 2014, all the information is available. This is the advantage of this database of Compustat, where you can get historical revenue figures, and you can get historical earnings figures for the stock which you are looking for. And it will show you price to sales, price to book, price to beta, return on asset, return on equity, return on investment, all the information which you're looking for with competitors in that field. So compared to TWLO, Okta, what is its thing, EBITDA margin, operating margin, pre-tax margin, net margin, everything you want to look at, you're going to see in this annual sales growth. So sharply sales growth increase, now it is going down. So that is why EPS growth rate and all the things, right? Peer comparison. So where does it compare to peer in terms of return on equity, price to book? So every single detail which you want, you can find in this report. So how do you find this? Very simply, go to Fidelity, and when you log in into your account, then look for news and research, then under stocks, and when you go under stocks, you're going to come to a page which looks like this. There you're going to find earnings, and you can research any stock, which is a very good resource if you are into doing detailed analysis for EP. If you're going to hold positions for longer term, then I suggest you should do a detailed analysis